Viv Guy here, and I wanted to come on today and talk to you about how to actually grow your business, grow your audience, grow your email list without social media. Dun, dun, dun. I know, goodness me, who would have thought it was possible? This is the thing that people have said to me time and again when I said I market my business without social media. I grew my first 7-figure business without social media and without a website. And you know, businesses have been going for many, many, many years before social media, which, remember, is a really relatively new way of marketing and reaching your audiences. Okay. There are loads of reasons to market without social media, and to not kind of focus on social media as your primary marketing strategy. But that's for another video. We can do all the whys, wherefores in a different video. But what I wanted to talk to you today was, how do you actually market your business without social media? Okay, so here are some of the ways you can actually reach your audiences and grow your list. And big thing for many, many people I work with, many of my clients, is they want to grow their email list. They know they need an email list, or they think, you know, they should have an email list, but how to actually drive traffic to that email list. Yes, you know that you need an opt-in or a freebie to give people in exchange for them giving you their email address. But actually, how do you get people to actually get to that point of knowing about your freebie and taking the action to sign up to your mailing list? So that's what I want to talk to you about. So number one I wanted to talk to you about was SEO, so search engine optimized content. And one thing that you can do is blogging, okay? And I was resistant to blogging for a long, long time, because you write a blog, put it on your website, a website that has no traffic when you're in your early days, and it will be seen by no one, or maybe your Auntie Joan. And so you're like, you know, what's the point of blogging? If you do blogging strategically from the viewpoint of creating an SEO rich blog, okay, then that is going to come up in search engines. So when people are actively looking for answers to their questions, your blog will appear in the rankings. Okay, so blogging is one. So search engine optimization, blogging is one thing that comes under that. We've also got YouTube, okay? So YouTube, you can search engine optimize your YouTube, okay? And a great way, again, to be found when people are, you know, we've all done it. How do I change a bike tire? How do I wax my legs? Whatever it might be, how do I? Gosh, I do it all the time for my website, because, you know, when I'm trying to do the back end building stuff, how do I change the color of something? And these are the questions. What are your ideal dream clients asking? Okay, what are the questions they're searching for? Podcasts are another great way that you can search engine optimize them. So again, they will come up. We want them to be showing up when people are asking questions and looking for things. So thinking about how you're wording your show notes, what keywords are going in there. So there are some of the key SEO ones. Pinterest is one that's often forgotten. And Pinterest is a search engine, okay? And so a great way of using Pinterest is to, you know, if you have a blog, if you have a podcast, create pins, okay, for Pinterest that will then link back to those blogs, to those podcasts, to those YouTube videos, and so on. Podcasts, I love podcasts, okay? And I'm not saying you have to have your own podcast. Your entire strategy could be based on guesting on other people's podcasts, okay? But be very, very strategic about where you're spending your time, because I'm really, really passionate about you not wasting time, okay? I want you to be very focused and approaching podcasts that share your audience, that have your audience there, and that you bring something new to the table, so a different approach or angle to what's maybe already being covered on that podcast. Guest speaking is another one. So you can guest speak in other people's social media groups. So you're not actively, using your own social media profiles, but you can go and guest in other people's groups. You can guest speak in other people's masterminds. You can guest speak at summits. You can guest speak at networking events, as a featured speaker. There are so many ways that you can guest speak as a featured expert. And by being invited in, it positions you as an authority, and also you get trust because of the position that you've been brought in as that speaker. Ask your network. I mean, holy shamoly, who would have ever thought about speaking to people and asking our networks? But you know what? Having conversations, saying, can I just pick your brain on this, is a great way. It's the way I built my first 7-figure business in my 20s, before the days of Facebook and Instagram. And I used to just say to someone, okay, who do you recommend I speak to about this? And it is entirely how I built a thriving business. And it's a way that feels good. We like to actually connect with people and other human beings on a more personal level, okay? And it's something that is becoming a big issue that I talk about in some of my other talks around Generation X, so Gen X. And there's a book written on this that talks about how we are missing out, our Generation X is missing out massively on basically social interaction, in person sort of. And I'm talking, that can be on Zooms and things, but not just via text and things. Ask your clients. So if you work with clients, ask them, do you know somebody? Is there one person you could think of that I could speak to, who is, within the network, a potential, someone that could benefit from my services? So ask and build out your network that way. Market research is fantastic. I've just been doing some amazing market research this week, and it is so valuable because it can really help you get more clarity on your niche. It can really help you with your messaging because you're using the language that is coming from your ideal clients when you then craft your messaging and craft your offers. And also, again, that market research, where do you hang out? What do you listen to? Can you think of really great questions to ask people? So these are just a few of the ways that you can start to get out there and get known, so that then you can share your offer, share your free resources, do workshops with people where you then share your free resource at the end. And I've got another video, which I will put the link in just a moment, just below. And that is thinking about how to create a lead magnet and craft a talk that actually is going to get people signing up for that lead magnet and opting into your email list, so that you can then really nurture them that way. So there are a multitude of ways beyond what I've shared here, but I just wanted to give you a few to get you sort of started and thinking. And remember, the big thing here is social media is only going to give you around, a 3 to 6% reach. Okay, so out of every 100 people, 3 or 6 of them are going to see it, versus, email list, versus being there and being invited to speak, where you are then in front of, say, 20, 30, 100, 3,000, however big the event is, that you're speaking directly to. So you're now having to post tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of content just to potentially be seen by, 20, 30, 100 people. You can have one conversation that can get you in front of that audience is a much bigger, sort of more efficient way of using your marketing time, and can really help you cut down the time in your business that you're spending in your business, giving you more time to have fun and enjoy your hobbies, as well as helping you grow that audience and increase your sales, which is, and what's what we want. We want more sales and more profit at the end of the day. That's why we're here, and that's why we're in business. So I hope that's helped. And as I said, check out the link below. And if you like my work, again, I'm going to pop in a free resource for you right at the end here.